Let's get more from last night's game at the Emirates as Arsenal and Liverpool played a goalless draw. Let's speak to Liverpool fan Jamie Story now. Right, Jamie, good morning. Before we get to that, let's just start with Mark Guehi because it's been our top story today. Arsenal are showing an interest, but Manchester City are actually the favourites to sign him. But a few months ago, he was destined for Anfield. What do you think about this and how much do you need him and want him?
Need him and want him 100%. I think you would add a lot to this Liverpool team, a team that has struggled defensively. I think he shows a lot of composure, a lot of good ability on the ball, and I think he's going to be a big addition to any team that he goes to. So I'm hoping Liverpool can still get him, but obviously a player of his quality, Man City and Arsenal, if they feel that they can get him, especially with him only having 6 months left in his contract, then they're obviously going to see if that's a really good market opportunity, and they could potentially go for him. But I don't know. I still feel confident that Liverpool will potentially get him over the line.
Well, we've just been seeing there the incident there with Gabriel Martinelli and Conor Bradley. Now, this news just into us, by the way. We understand that Martinelli will not face any further punishment from the FA because the matter is considered dealt with by referee Anthony Taylor, who you'll know at the time booked him. Martinelli has apologised. To you as a Liverpool fan, is that enough?
No, definitely not enough. I think what he did yesterday, that was a disgrace. I understand that in the situation, and Arne Slot talked about it, that it comes from the fact that a lot of the time people are time wasting during the games, and Martinelli obviously felt that Bradley was time wasting, but he wasn't. And the fact that he threw the ball at him, kneed him in the head, tried to push him off the pitch, even though we've seen it before, like a referee might miss something, he might not understand the severity of the situation, and I don't think the referee did in that case. And I'm very surprised that the FA have decided, or the Premier League have decided, that there shouldn't be a retrospective ban given towards Martinelli.
We've actually had loads and loads of voice notes on this. We've had Tim's reaction as well. We've got a voice note from JC.
I don't know how anybody can come on the TV, radio, media, whatever, and defend what Martinelli did. He's bang out of order, absolutely disgusting, and he's very, very, very lucky that people didn't react the way that they probably should have done.
I think that is, in fairness to JC, I think that has been the general opinion around football today and last night as well. In terms of the result, I know that you said, you posted last night apparently that you felt that Liverpool dominated the game. Was that, do you stand by that?
Yeah, I think so. Listen, Liverpool are going there as a team that have been struggling. Yes, they've had better performances in the last 10 games. 10 games unbeaten now. Against weaker teams, I think that has to be said. But the fact that Liverpool are going to the champions-elect, as obviously some people call them, and for 70 minutes of the match, looked very composed, looked very easy on the eye, didn't really seem like they were under pressure. Arsenal, obviously a team that have a lot of quality. In the first 20 minutes, I think Liverpool were trying to figure them out a little bit. And as the game wore on, Liverpool got more confidence. Conor Bradley hits the crossbar. And from that point on, it felt like Liverpool were in cruise control. Like, especially in the second half, Liverpool go there, they had 65% possession. And I think the only thing that was missing from the Liverpool team was a centre forward, a striker with quality. And you could see that. I noticed the stat is being talked about that we didn't have any shots on target. And I think, yeah, that was probably the big thing that was missing. But overall, Liverpool never looked like they were in any danger of losing that game. And I think that I would be, as an Arsenal fan, disappointed with that because obviously this Liverpool team are poor and they should be capitalised on them. They haven't scored a goal against Liverpool this season and they lost the return fixture. So I would be disappointed as an Arsenal fan. And I feel like Liverpool, to go there and put on a performance with the form that they're in, I think that shows a touch of champions.
I agree with you 100%. I think after the first 25 minutes, they've lost a lot of early goals. Yeah. Liverpool this season. So it was a conscious effort to sit back and, like you said, just have a look at Arsenal. But they didn't go high up the field to have a look at Arsenal and leave themselves wide open. Very defensive. I thought, I'm not sure here. They're going to have to change. At half-time, he changed it. They felt more comfortable. They were in control of that football match. I didn't think they looked like scoring. I think that the midfield were in control. Szoboszlai was magnificent again. McAllister back to his best. Gravenberch in there. Wirtz looked like he enjoyed playing in that very fluid formation. I think there was interchanging positions. You're absolutely right. There was no cutting edge up there. But I just feel like if I was in that dressing room, Liverpool dressing room after that game, I would look around the dressing room and say, listen, boys, we more than matched them today. They're 6 points clear at the top of the league. We more than matched them. Without a centre forward, we had bad injury problems. But I thought Kirkes was very good last night. I think it's the best game he's played in a Liverpool shirt. Obviously, a real blow now for Bradley to get injured, but I thought the two centre-backs worked in tandem. Alisson was hardly tested. So I was really positive on the side of Liverpool's performance. And if I would have been in that dressing room, in the Liverpool dressing room, Arne Slot or Virgil van Dijk or any of the leading group, I would have got the players together and said, you know what, we build from this, guys. I was very impressed with that.
I think Liverpool impressed a lot of people, but Roy Keane has had his say on Liverpool's title defence. Listen to this, Jamie.
They've been poor champions.
I mean, you can say poor champions, Roy, but they have poor. I wouldn't say they've been poor champions.
That many points behind it. Yeah, because the beauty, when you're playing for the big clubs, when you win a title, it's always about what you do the following season. And when they won it 4 or 5 years ago, the following year they're way off it as well. And the same. And obviously there'll be reasons for that, injuries and recruitment.
That's the point, though, isn't it?
Right, I know. But to be so far off it, to be like, again, 13 points off, I think, at this stage than they were last year, that's a big drop off.
Poor champions, Jamie. What do you think?
He's never shy of mixing his words, Roy Keane, is he? No, listen, I think most Liverpool fans will agree 100%. We haven't performed as champions. The one thing I would say, he's talking about that, obviously, you go again. There's only been 3 champions that have went on to retain the Premier League. That's Manchester United, Chelsea, and Man City. So, and 3 managers in Mourinho, Guardiola, and Ferguson. It's a very difficult thing to do. Liverpool, 100%. They have not been good enough this year. And I think most Liverpool fans, they will admit that. But the season isn't over. I think Liverpool fans will feel like they're getting a little bit more confidence. The likes of Wirtz, Frimpong, Ekitike, Isak to come back, Salah to come back. The season isn't over. And I think Liverpool fans, now that they have a platform in terms of going away to one of the most difficult grounds in the world right now. Arsenal have beaten Bayern Munich there, they've beaten Spurs there, they've tanked both of them. And Liverpool have gone there and dominated the game and didn't really give them a kick, to be honest.
Okay.
So use that as a platform and then go on and see how we go on in the Champions League potentially.
Yeah, fingers crossed for you. Jamie, thank you.
Cheers, thanks guys.
Next, we're talking Spurs. What needs to change after the latest fallout between fans, players and Thomas Frank? At 11 a.m, is Eddie Howe the man to take Manchester United forward? And we'll be talking Celtic too. Is Martin O'Neill's return going to make them Premiership title favourites? Welcome back to Sky Sports FC. Lots to get through with Tim Sherwood before midday. A report in the Daily Mirror claims that Arsenal are interested in signing Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace, but do they need him? Don't forget to vote in our poll on X about who he should join. Right, we've got Tim's thoughts on Gabriel Martinelli pushing Conor Bradley. Send us your thoughts too. We'll get the opinions of a Liverpool fan in a moment. Remember, we want your voice notes. We'll also ask them about this. Roy Keane suggests that Liverpool have been poor champions. Is he right? In about 10 minutes, we'll be talking Tottenham, what needs to change to turn around their problems. And at 11 a.m, we turn our attentions to Manchester United. A fans group are planning a protest against the ownership. So has the club gone backwards since Sir Jim Ratcliffe came in? That unhappiness comes as they search for a new manager at Old Trafford. But could it be Eddie Howe? That's the view of Roy Keane. Do you agree? One manager appointed this week is Martin O'Neill. He's back at Celtic again until the end of the season. Does that give them the advantage in the title race? And of course, we'll put your questions to Tim Sherwood before midday. Right, send us your voice notes, leave a message on WhatsApp or a video on WhatsApp. But your voice notes will play out as many as we can. The number's 07514 917 075 or scan the QR code, takes you straight there. On socials, it's hashtag Sky Sports FC.